I'm here today with one of my favorite patients, Ronda, and she is visiting me from out of town, and I'd just like to have her share a little bit about her success story. She's worked awfully hard to get where she is today. I think you've been with me, working with me about two years, right?
It's in September,
yeah.
It'll be 2 years.
And as her husband shared with me earlier, before Rhonda started working with me, he really didn't think that she was going to make it past Christmas. And so I'm just incredibly proud of how hard she's worked. Rhonda, tell me a little bit about where you were prior to us meeting and starting to work together.
I was on an awful lot of medication, and I was really sick. I couldn't breathe, I couldn't walk, I couldn't do a lot of things. And the medication was for fibromyalgia, and my fibromyalgia had caused me a lot of issues as far as pain and sleeping and not being able to do things. So when I had gone to numerous doctors and found they really didn't have any answers for me, and I went home finally, and this was in June, and I started looking up why I was so sick and what all this medicine was doing. And one of the medicines I was on was causing anaphylaxis. And so after being to the doctor the same day and going home and finding this, and the doctor told me, well, I can put you on some more medicine, I wasn't ready for that. So I started my own research, and while I was researching, I kept having the pop-up about Dr. Murphree's book, Treating and Beating Fibromyalgia and Chronic Fatigue Syndrome. And after about the 9th or 10th time of deleting it, I decided, okay, I'm supposed to read this, and I did. So when I started reading his book, I became very aware that he really had some answers. So that's when I called to set up time with him, and I set up time in August of 2012. It's when I first contacted him, and then I started the program in September. And I have nothing but good things to say because I feel so much better. My energy level is good. I can walk, I can talk, I can breathe, I can work, I can do all kinds of things that I hadn't been able to do for a really long time. And I'm just really pleased with the success I've had. I've lost over 100 pounds. I'm at goal, give or take a few pounds, and I really don't have any complaints about the program at all. I just have been blessed to know Dr. Murphree and be able to do this.
Great. And so your significant other, who played a very large role in you beating this,
absolutely,
shared with me earlier that he really thought that as I mentioned is that he was going to lose you. And I remember
definitely.
When you came to Birmingham the first time,
oh, no, definitely.
how sick you were.
Yeah, no, definitely. If she hadn't have, and it's like I told you out in the hall a while ago, if she hadn't have found you, I probably wouldn't have had her by Christmas in 2000.
I have to agree with that.
Because she was, she was extremely sick. And every time you go in, it was, I'll just take another pill for this, another pill for that. Well,
and I am on no medication.
Yeah.
No medication.
I think what's great is that 2 years ago you could hardly get out of the chair.
That is correct.
And now I have to kind of rein you in. And now you've shared with me that you're working out in the yard to exhaustion, and
that's true.
That you're doing all this digging, planting tree. I don't know, would you tell me, digging a hole, digging trees?
I was she cut
digging
brush,
holes, cutting brush,
cutting tree limbs.
Yeah.
It takes your truck out in the yard and pulls stuff out and out there.
Pull stumps.
No, I tell you what, if you're tired of being, here's pretty blunt. If you're getting tired of being fat and sick, get on it and get over it and get on the program and take care of it.
Yeah. And I guess you heard, like a lot of people, is that once you get fibro, you've got it. And
forever.
Forever.
Yeah.
That's what your doctor
I've
telling you.
I've only had one flare that I can say was an absolute flare
Mhm.
since I started your program.
Mhm.
No, I still think that her mother had this fibromyalgia, and I think now looking back and seeing what she's went through, the medicine and the stuff that they was doing
Was
to
the same thing
so-called
that
treat
happened to
that,
me.
it ended up killing her mother.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we stopped that.
Now, how many drugs were you on?
I was on
administering?
18
That's what I
medications,
thought,
including inhaler. That was including inhalers. There was an inhaler for everything,
Right.
and it wasn't doing any good at all.
Right.
And within a couple weeks, I took myself off of several medications, which my doctor informed me that wasn't possible. I couldn't do that. And I said, well, I'm sorry, it's been 2 weeks, I'm not going back on it.
Right.
And then after working with you, I was able to get off of everything, and I'm not on any medication. I take my vitamins and supplements, and that's it.
Yeah.
Diet, I'll tell you what, that diet can, if you don't, there's so many things that is in the food. You've got to watch your food, because I don't know
Things
what
you
it
have
is,
no idea.
no idea that, the amount of things that they put sugar in and stuff like that, it's
You
crazy.
don't know it.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Absolutely. And so you were sharing with me that you started doing the diet that I had recommended for Rhonda, and you saw your gout and several other things just
I was
disappear.
taking cholesterol medicine.
Mhm.
I was taking cholesterol medicine. I was on blood pressure medicine, and I was on gout medicine. Triglycerides has always been an issue for
Quote,
years.
family issue.
Has always been an issue. Every time I'd go there, they'd say, "Oh, your triglycerides, man, less and cholesterol and this and that." Well, now, I watched her, and I just changed my diet and stuff, and I dropped 45 pounds,
Yes.
and this gout is gone.
Yeah.
I take no blood pressure medicine. I don't take nothing.
Yeah.
And the last time I was in the doctor, he says my body mass index was perfect, my triglycerides are perfect. It's just,
Makes a
diet.
big difference.
If you get somebody that can tell you how to eat, like yourself, but you
It
saved
works
it.
really good.
Thanks,
You
guys.
saved her. No, I definitely wouldn't have had her if it hadn't been for this.
I agree.
And we're
Well,
not
you-
letting up.
Yeah, you both have worked very, very hard, and you deserve all the success that this is going to bring. It's not just now, it's 10 years from now.
Right.
That's
Well,
the thing. You want to have a quality of life that's going to ensure that you just keep doing the things that you love to do. I know you just got back from seeing your grandchild. And
It's
probably,
not-
you couldn't imagine doing that 2 or 3 years ago.
I
You just
couldn't have
done
done,
it.
I couldn't do those
Yeah.
things. That's true.
It's not hard once, it's like I related it back many years ago, like I quit smoking. And when I started going on and watching what she was doing and changing it, and I told her, I said, well, the way I view this was eating, because I ate all the fried potatoes, and I was the fried potato king, the soda pop king, this and that and the other. And I told her, I said, this deal here is a commitment. It's just like quit smoking. You can do it, and you got to
have
make
to
up your
decide.
mind that this is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And it's just like quit smoking. That's the only thing that it's in your mind. And boy, once that gets going, now I'm more scared of the stuff of eating wrong, because it's so easy to eat like this, really.
Yeah.
It really is.
It's
Would
easy.
you ever go back to doing what either one of you?
Absolutely.
Oh,
The
no,
lifestyle you
no,
have?
Absolutely.
no.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
I'm not going back.
Yeah.
No, because
I like this too much.
Yeah.
I mean,
I like feeling
as
good
bad
too
as
much.
I hurt, there would be days with that gout, and I'd come home from work and I'd get out of the truck, and I didn't want to bear no weight on that foot. And I told her it'd be days I'd want to crawl to the house.
And that's
Well-
like me. I'm so happy to be able to walk and breathe at the same time.
Well-
I wasn't able to do that.
I'll tell you another little thing that happened here. We was in, what was it, Home Depot here a while back. And, you know, putting it in perspective, okay, she lost 112 pounds. Period. 112 pounds. So we was in there one day and she said, well, I said, okay,
Pick up.
to see how much 112 pounds is, they had a 90-pound bag of Portland cement sitting there. I said, pick it up.
Mhm.
She walked over and she said, I can't.
Yeah.
I said, so you was carrying around another 22 pounds above that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where you store those inflammatory chemicals too. So
And-
losing that weight is how you lose that inflammation and that pain. So
That's
Well, the
all.
pain is gone and I can breathe, and that's
I wouldn't.
what's
Yeah, I
that's
wouldn't.
what's wonderful.